Hello there, Outliers. Niiamah Shang here, and for some reason I'm talking differently. Maybe it's because this is a podcast all about people who do things differently. Because yes, you are here on the Outliers at Roundtable, and we have four incredible outliers who've been very patient in sharing in accumulating experiences over their decades, and now bringing it into this conversation in particular for your benefit here. Outliers, let us all raise ourselves up together. Let us lift ourselves up into the next level. And let me give you an opportunity to get to know these incredible outliers here today. Let's start off with Anna. Anna, would you mind letting us know a bit about you and the game that you're playing right now? And then we're going to go to Bruen.
Hey, yeah, I'm Anna. I'm actually a content creator, a digital content creator, marketing individual. That's what I do in my day job. I'm also an entrepreneur and I'm working on a nonprofit, but that's, all in a day's work, right? Um, what I what I do daily, obviously, is create, and that's what I call myself. My business cards even say creator. That's all I am. So I like helping people, not only just in marketing, but in life itself, mindset shifting. I had a really not easy relationship breakup about 7 years ago and had to shift my mindset into a place of, wow, what happened, into this has to be a gift. Where is my gift? How can I appreciate it? And how can I bless the mess? That's really where I'm at now. I do an energy fair every month, and that's fairly new for me. I sort of inherited that. And so I do a mixture of a lot of different things, but really want to help folks with their mindset and shifting that
I
into a
gotta
place of
ask,
love and kindness. Yeah.
what's an energy fair?
We've got all kinds of energetic practitioners like Reiki and foot reflexology, massage. We have people that call themselves psychics. We bring about 24 to 25 different vendors together. We open it up just for a place to people come in and experience energy. We do have conversations that make a difference. It's really about building a community of like-minded people here. So
Thank
it's
you, Anna.
fun.
I was like, it could be that, but it could be something very different. So let me go and find out. Why don't we go to Bruin and then we will go to Kim.
Cool. So, my background is in computers. I work with computers for my day job, but the main thing that I spend most of my time thinking about is how to improve the internet, because right now the internet is a terrible dystopian nightmare. Um, Very poorly organized, run by corporate powers who are in league with government powers. It sucks. So my answer to this is building a better internet graph. Better and ing are kind of two separate things that work together. Better wants to know everything, or rather, the ing wants to show you everything, and better wants to show you which one is better. Um, and the better ing itself is sort of a competition to see who can make the better internet graph, so that the gate is open for any person, entrepreneur, or business to build their own. So an internet graph, essentially, the short version is that every dot is a thing, and then you have lines that connect them. These are strings mapping the interconnectedness of everything. Um, that's the short version. I could elaborate, but I'm also self-conscious about taking a ton of time with like a lot of techno babble. So I'll leave it there, but feel free to ask questions.
Well, we will bring our curiosity here, and thank you. I encourage people to take up space and to practice taking up space in here. And at the same time, we're going to be like, we'll know when we've said enough. I like the element of leaving room for curiosity. So, Bruin, thank you for definitely walking that for us here,
Mhm.
and bringing yourself into it. I'm very, very curious. All right, Kim, why don't you let us know more about you, and then we'll go to Shirvington afterwards. Let us know about you and the game that you play, Kim.
Hey, sorry, network, it's my internet is glitching a little, but I hope you can hear me.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. So I dabble in almost everything. I say almost everything because once I start counting it, it starts to become a lot. But what I'm doing currently is social media management. Um, I dabble in songwriting, poem writing, proofreading. I do more or less word work as of currently. I have a podcast that's how I got here. And what I was trying to do with it more was I felt that we have a huge community of people who are always trying to um, they're always heading for something. They don't have enough people to talk to or listen to. And it's like we're all having experiences, but we don't have anybody to feel like we can connect to. So I wanted to like create a space where people were like, okay, I've made this mistake, so I'm not the weird one out. This person learned this way. I can also learn in this way, or I could merge this person's opinion with this person's opinion and see how that gets me. And if I don't feel I can do it alone, I can reach out to someone. So I just wanted to try and make a safe space while also being able to rant and tell everyone this is what's going on. But yeah, it was more or less just having a space where people could interact and feel like they're not alone, more or less. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And let's get to know Shervington. Shervington, do you mind sharing with us like the game that you're playing right now?
Yes. So for me, it's interesting that I'm here because the day before I got your email, I said I'd had enough. I'm done. I'm gone out of this. Because the day before that, I broke down in a Zoom meeting and I cried in front of a woman who clearly was horrified that this man was crying. And then your email came, and then my world has changed. And I've used what got me here to transform my life in the last 5 weeks. So I know I have something more to share. And it's funny that all four of you, or all three of you, have something that I think can bring value to me, because that's what I think I bring to people, add value. And that's the reason why I've been running you down, trying to say, I think I have something that I can add a value. And I know you have lots that you can bring value to me. I am a trained clinician, a mental health clinician. I've had my own challenges with mental health, and it's wonderful what Kim said about when do you fall down? Well, last year, about a year and 4 months ago, I fell flat on my face. I went to a job in the hinterlands of Canada to work with the indigenous population, and then I was fired when I was sick because I tried to advocate for myself, because that's the thing. I'm an advocate for mental health and anything to do with that. And then while I was sick, they fired me because I was advocating for myself, because they breached my confidentiality partly before I got the job. They went and they told people that I applied for one job, but they're going to give me another job. And I said, no, you can't be doing that. That's breach of my confidentiality. So when I went to the Human Rights Commission, they fired me. And then I thought I had enough of life. But no, I wasn't thinking of directly doing something to get myself out of the physical universe. So I laid on a bed for about 5 weeks and decided I wasn't getting up until I realized why I was there. Why I was there. And when your email came in, I panicked. And I went into hiding because I wanted to know, why did you contact me? I don't want to do this thing anymore. And then I realized that that's not true. I love this too much. I want to make a difference in the world. So based on your email, I'm now going to go and make the World Health Organization a proposition. Let me help them address stigma. Because the reason why I'm here is because for 29 years, I've decided I was going to live a life celebrating all religions without telling anyone that's what I was doing. And that's when I became Rice and Peace for the Soul Revisited. This I believe to be true. And I've lived that for 29 years until your email came in to say that someone recognized the difference. But I don't want to be recognized as anyone forming a religion. Oh, no, no, I don't want that. Please don't. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing now. And that's why I want to go to mental health. Period. Full stop. Done.
Shervington, I am really grateful you were here. I'm actually grateful all of you are here. It speaks to something here. It speaks to something I think is important, which is like we never really know what the impact is that's out there, right? We never know what someone is going through or how things are shaping up. I'm excited to see how you play with this Shirvington. Like it's exciting. You put some you planted some seeds in this space, and I'm curious about this. I'm really curious. So why don't we jump in here? I like there's grandness in this space. Are y'all feeling it here? Like we're going for things, you know? So Bruin, I'd like to start with you, like with the the better internet. I used to work at an advertising technology company, and they would often say we were building a better internet. We're building a better internet. So there's something in there where I'm like, oh, kindred spirit in that regard. Um, tell me what like I think that like when I think about outliers here, it's the element of the grandness that I want to right now try and pursue, right? And look into. And I guess the question is like I'm gonna say this like an audition. Like I guess it's like what gives you the audacity to say you can change the internet, you know? I would love to hear Michael because it's like 'cause we're on your team on this one.
Yeah, so I think part of the reason that I think bettering is going to work is because it's not just going to be me. I'm kind of opening the floodgates. Anybody who wants to participate in building their own, we're going to list all of them and show which one's better. So it's not necessarily coming from me. I just want people to, start working and organizing themselves more coherently. Um, so but it is still kind of audacious. But I'll double down on it. So you speak about grandeur and greatness and whatnot. The symbol for better is the greater than sign. And then for ing, this is a pre-existing Viking rune. It looks like this. It's basically the greater than sign and the less than sign merged together. So yin and yang, better and worse in unity, that's everything. But we don't want better and worse to be even. We want to give better the advantage. So bettering is trying to make everything better. And since you ask, I'll kind of give a little bit of a bit of a deeper understanding into how this would look in practice. So for any particular song, because that's one of our favorite things as humans, we love music. So how it would work is you'd have the Gangnam style ing. This is the abstract concept of Gangnam style. It's not the thing itself, it's the ing. And we want to map a string to everything on the internet that has anything to do with it. So we would show every place where you can find it. The YouTube link is probably the better one because that's where most of the views are, but Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. If someone did a cover or a remix of it, the remixing or the covering would show for every song, here's all of the known covers, all of the known remixes. If someone has stems of the song, like as a producer, you want to sometimes just have just the drums or just the vocals. We have the stemming would show all of the stems for that song. If it shows up in a TV show or a movie somewhere, there's a string that shows, hey, this is where it showed up. If someone talks about it in a Reddit comment, here's a string tying it to that Reddit comment because they're associated. And that's the general idea. You can apply that to anything. So the same thing goes with products. Here's every place, every vendor who sells it, every known instance that you can find this product on the internet or in a TV show, whatever. The interconnectedness of everything.
So
Period.
I love this on many different levels. So like there's the idea itself, right? Which I think I want to give more space and time to, probably in another conversation, right? Today I'm probably
Sure.
going to focus on you as being someone that's like playing this out in the world here, and seeing a vision of something that like we all like. What gets me is like everyone uses the internet, you know, and to see a different vision of what it could be, and choosing to link up with other people along the way to make that come to life is something I think I don't know, I'd like, uh, it puts a huge smile on my face just to think about like what that looks like and standing into it, not just the vision of what you are creating, but like playing in the vision of that all. You know?
Mhm. And the fun part is not just going to be what I'm creating. I'm not that's not my role in all of this. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to other people create and celebrate them. I'm not going to be the one who's the better ing for everything.
yeah.
That we can celebrate all the other people who are doing great things. That's kind of my goal is to make it, you know, us building each other up and making everything better. It's a team
I
effort.
I feel you on that. I appreciate you like making sure that that's clear because I can feel like the ethos and the mission and like I'm a culture person. Like that's what I was doing at that technology company. So what I hear is like is the culture that you want behind this to grow it and how this mission grows out. All right. Thanks, Brewer. We'll keep playing with this in a bit and just continue to see like even how you grow something and create community and invite people in there. Like, I think it's interesting as well. What I'm trying to figure out, you know. So
Yeah.
we're coming from there. Anna, can I come to you here? One of the things I appreciate about you is like in your introduction, you're like I like my business card just says creator, you know. Um, there's something really refreshing about this group here where everyone is just like I feel like you are who you are, you know. And it's like it's very much like this is it. This is who I am. So tell us a bit here, Anna, about like I want to get into like the I'll call it the audacity as well. With audacity, just like to lay it out plainly, and to you know to have like no hiding involved with just like what you do, how you do it, and such. Like, can you speak to that here? Because I know there's outliers that are listening that are like, oh, I can't just say what I am. I have to come up with some way of marketing it in a way.
Well, no. I think you get, you know, for me, this is my 60th year. And I think I had to start almost over when I was 53, based on everything that happened. And it just, there's no time for the BS, basically. There's just no time. And when you are authentically who you are and
Oh,
present
yes.
yourself that way, people get that and they
Yes.
feel that. For me, it's about energy, it's about feeling. So when you show up authentically as you know, did I study elevator speeches? Did I study all that stuff? Sure, that's all part of marketing, advertising, and stuff. But I actually don't buy into any of that anymore. It's authentically showing up and allowing. I'm a big law of attraction nut in that it should come to you. That's like when I got your email, it's like, oh, okay. And not, you know, I'm also I do a little bit of numerology and who I am. I'm a freedom seeker. I'm a life path 5. So that just means I'm spontaneous. I'm all over the place. And you can kind of tell that with all the things that I do. And I love it. At the same time, I'm also realizing I don't have time for this big, you know, elevator speech and this, let me just sugarcoat it and let me put a suit and tie on for you and my high heels and let you know and do my hair and makeup. I really don't have time. Now, can I do that? Sure. But in my day to day, I don't need to do that. I don't need to show up as someone that I'm not. I don't need to be uncomfortable anymore. I just need to be me. And I look at it this way. If you like that and are around me, you appreciate that. I appreciate you. We hang out. It's all great. At the same time, if you don't, that's your choice. You know, bless you. I love you anyway, and go on your merry way. It's all good. Um, he's chuckling, but you get it. I mean, there's just no time. There's all these little things that you can do over here to make yourself all pretty, right? But then there's also a little dinner that I can go to with a friend, or there's something I can go visit my kids and go watch a movie, or go share some experience with them, or do a fair, or go meet somebody that has to do something with a website that I'm creating, or whatever. But it's not sugarcoating anything. I'm not
Yeah.
sugarcoating it. It just is what it is. And it is, I've actually been told, I have a lot of friends that I've had since I was little, like 8, 9, 10. We're still connected. We still see each other. And I had one of my friends tell me, he goes, you're the same person you've been all through high school, all through everything. You're still the same person. And it's like, I took that as a major compliment, because
Mm.
it's like, I did not change who I am for anybody else. I stood my ground. Now, had I tried in the past? Sure. You know, you're in relationships, you're meeting people. But here's the thing, you try to be on your very best behavior. At some point, people are going to get to know you, and they're going to get to know all those little things about you that, you know, might not be the best, you know, about you. But I can be honest and upfront. One of the things I love is comedy. And it's like that, sharing that transparency about yourself. Be transparent about who you are. And then you don't have to keep remembering, oh, this is what I told this person, or this is what I said in the beginning. Just be yourself.
So I
And
love
bless
this
the
element
person.
of like just being able to just be yourself, because I feel that the simplicity and also like the freedom that comes from it. Shirvington, you were resonating throughout this here. So I want to hear what comes to you as on on anything that we've talked about so far.
Writing, I don't know where to start. I mean, he said it so well in terms of, well, I'm going to give me the audacity to go and register since you contacted me. Globalsocialvillage.fun. Global Social Village. And then he shows up and say, hey, just let's put it in there because that's all I want to do. I don't want to run it. I don't want to take care of it, but I want a global social village that brings what you said, the energy, and brings what you said, a safe space. And I want it to be an ER. So I'm going to register an ER. And that's all I want to do. I want to create all these spaces so people can go because I think I'm a way short. I just want to show the way. And yes, I was fighting whether to come today or not, because I didn't want to have to do the elevator pitch and I didn't want to have to put on any makeup. So I just have on slippers right now, jeans, and I pulled this over just in case. I had to look kind of cool.
Well, you are succeeding on the looking cool part here. I'll give you that. But like this is part of why we do this, right? It's like can we go to that next level and just do it our way? Can we continue to do this here? And so I'm really appreciating some of the perspectives that are coming in. Kim, what's popping off for you? What's taking off for you from any part of this conversation?
So I just have to do a quick check to make sure everyone can hear me.
Yeah,
Sorry,
very great.
please.
Yeah.
Okay. I resonated a lot with what Anna said. I think growing up in Nigeria, I don't know how much information you'll have privy to, but it's very interesting living out here. This year alone has been quite interesting. When I got your email, actually, I haven't done a podcast episode in years, I would say. Life has just been very interesting, more or less. So it was like, oh, something you put off is like people are still listening, and it like got someone's attention. And I was like, wow, okay. Not to say I put that off, yes, but like I said, I do other things. I try to gather funds to release a song. I am trying to pull myself out of procrastination to write a book. I'm partnering with different people for voiceover, for I'm learning new skills. And as someone told me, if you leave your feet too long, it's possible I will sell it if you're not using it on time. So I'm just trying to like keep moving. And one of the things, I guess, because I would say I'm going to be 23 in January, one of the things I felt I didn't get a good chance to do was grow up. Like, okay, not grow up, more like stay a child, let me put it that way. So I felt I was made to grow more like too quickly. I was trying to adapt to the ever-changing world. I was taking care of people. I didn't get the time to just like enjoy being a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old, a 10-year-old. If you even asked me, like, okay, what were your most dominant memories? I would say maybe in the kitchen. I would say maybe outside running after a child, or making sure as we were watching movies, this one has gone to ease themselves. I'm holding them down. Don't throw this around. Those kind of like memories. And it's like, I didn't get to be me enough to understand myself. But like Anna said, if you're like trying to behave in public, when you're comfortable enough with some certain people, the crazy slips out.
Well, it's silly, right? Yeah.
You can't hide it. It's and even then, with those people, you're able to express yourself. You're able to understand, okay, this is what I can do. This is what the environment I can be this kind of person in. And I felt when I was talking in certain cases, like when I was doing the podcast and certain things, I felt I I studied sociology and anthropology. One of the things it helped me understand was that we have various groups: religion, family, educational, economics, countries. We have different groups, and in each group we have individuals, and those individuals come together because of their connectivity based on ideas, beliefs, values. So if we all understand that even those individuals in groups have different mindsets, because, okay, like how all of us are here because we got an email and we're like, okay, we may have something we want to share. Each of us came here forward with different ideas. Each person has different branches of what they're actually interested in. Some are even finding about more what they want to do right now. So I found that even though we're all different and we still come together to talk on the same issues, we still have different mindsets. So one of the things I felt helped me understand myself, because at a point I was a people pleaser. I decided that we have too many mindsets going around. I cannot kill myself to follow everybody. I would run myself dry. I do not have the energy to do it. So I try to stop. And it's not a try on it's not a try and it's going to happen in like a blink. It's a continuous something. It's something you have to watch out for. Tomorrow you may find yourself saying yes when you ought to say no. And you now find it hard that, okay, how do I take that back? And then that's another mental battle on its own. Or when you're out with friends and because you're always scared of saying, okay, I don't actually want to have this, I want to have that. And everyone's like, but that's not something you normally have. And you're like, you want to try something new? That is a battle on its own. So it's interesting. The whole world is interesting. Talking with people is interesting. I think like Anna said, sorry, I'm talking more on Anna. She has spoke to me the most. I'm sorry. I like to do everything. When I started uni, I like money. I like money a lot. So being able to afford or sleep and know that anything I want to do is taken care of, I started doing everything. I started trying to import and export. I started selling
because
everything.
I was encouraged as a child not to talk about money, and I kept saying, well, maybe that's why we don't have any.
Yeah.
Sorry, only chipped in because you were first.
You were good.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Who else has that, by the way? Like their thing around like money and like where they were taught to either not talk about or anything like that. Just wanted to check in.
No. Here in Nigeria, it's very, very different to
Yeah.
money.
So so
Everybody.
So Kim, I want to bring something in here because like some things about what you're saying, especially with like the anthropology and sociology, that getting me thinking here. Like it's connecting
Okay.
something to what Bruen's doing here, where I'm like I think about the internet as like I actually can't really imagine what the internet is, you know. But as you're talking, I'm thinking about like the relationships, right? The internet, like the way I experience the internet is through the relationships of like I'm going to one place, I type in a website, or I go into like a search bar and I look for something, and everything is like there's a relatedness, there's an interconnectedness here. And part of what I think I'm hearing from you, Bruin, with what you're doing with the bettering internet is like finding a different way to relate, find a different way to put that into context. And so as you're talking, Kim, I'm thinking interrelatedness. I'm seeing this here. I hear some Anna, I hear from Shervington, and I hear like, hey, the way that I'm choosing to relate with this world here is like, I'm not, there's this is just plain what you see is what you get, you know? And so there's this component here that just seems to be flowing out for me, as y'all are sharing. You know, I want to get into I have a question for each of you. So I brought you on here, and I've given you a chance to identify as outliers. It's not a real thing, you know, but it is a term that I made up that I'm giving you a chance to step into. I wanted to just ask for you all, like, what do you find to be like the most challenging thing, like being an outlier as you interpret it? What's the most challenging part for you, and how do you continue to like navigate that, like in your world? What's the thing about this where maybe people on the outside see you in a certain light, and you're like, but you don't know what it takes to actually be able to like show up this way. I'm going to start with Anna, then I'm going to Shervington, and then we'll come to Kim, and then we'll go to you, Bruen.
Yeah, that's a good one, because a lot of people see me and they go, you're busy, or you have a lot on your plate, or and that's one thing that I think I wrote with the little stuff that you asked, is it's being discerning now and choosing what projects to take or not to take. I have a job, and that's one thing. is that like the lowest thing on my totem pole? Yeah, kind of, because it's, it's the thing that is steady. Everything else is, to me, is the fun, the gravy. And that's why I do it. And I think because I look at it as something fun, and I get to co-create with other people, I get to experience these events, I get to help other people uplift, shift, whatever it is they're going to do, and they help me as well. To me, that's the fun of it, and that's how I maintain it. When it ceases to be fun, that's when I really have to take another look at it and say, is this really truly where my heart is? Because this is what I want to fill this with such amazing love and compassion that when it doesn't feel good, I really have to review it. And that for me is coming from here, not from it's just not from a place of, I have this job, I'm gonna, it's not that at all. I really have to have fun in what I do. So that to me is the most important thing. And I find that once I started looking in that direction, the funness of it and the experience of it, for experience as well, my motto is learn something new every day. So whether it's just a little tidbit off the internet, or you go seek and search, or like you said, outlier, when you said outlier, in my head, we're on the leading edge here. There aren't a lot of people like us in the world. We're on the edge of something, whatever it is for each of us. And we're kind of looking over that cliff, right? And it's like, do we jump with our parachute, or are we going to play it safe and lean back, right? But I think this group is, we're ready. We got our chutes. We're ready to go. Let's jump off this cliff. And when you go, you'll find there are going to be some people that follow you and go with you as well. That's the cool part. And that's when I saw Outliers, I went, leading edge. That's it. We're on the edge. Now, our groups may be, the group of people that listen to us might be, I don't know, small. I don't know. Could it be 10 people, 100 people, thousands of people? We don't know. We don't really know our reach. But the thing is that we are stepping out of our comfort zone, but do it in a way that's fun, like scary, but also kind of, exhilarating, right? And once we do that, it's like something in motion. And that's one thing, when I inherited these fairs, it's in motion already. They're 30 something years old. I inherited them, this summer. My dear friend passed away and gave me the baton. It's like, here, it's yours. Oh, wow. It's already in motion. If I stopped it, we'd have to really get going. We're all in motion here, and we have to understand, just keep course correcting. Nothing's broken. Nothing needs to be fixed. We're just course correcting, a little to the left, a little to the right. And this group right here, look, there's 5 of us on this right here. There are probably more people listening in. We all create a mastermind. We raise the energy and vibration. We ask, not really ask, we've already manifested. Let's just unblock whatever it is that we want to come to us. So to me, that's the importance of this. We are outliers. We are on the edge. Let's just keep going. It could be little half steps. It doesn't matter. Just keep going.
Keep going, Outliers. Like, Anna, you're getting me like revved up. And I'm enjoying it because I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Thank you for bringing that energy. And I think it's a great way of looking at things, with like being on that leading edge and saying like, hey, are we gonna jump? And the invitation here is like, yeah, let's go in with it.
Yeah, let's jump.
Yeah, Shervington, what's coming up for you? What would you like to bring in?
Oh my heavens, there's so much coming up for me, because one thing is, based on what you were saying about that, creating that thing and then let other people do it, I had almost a similar idea, but to have a virtual franchise for, it's like we have our own franchise, but we call it Soul Signature Full Footprint. In that, everything that you said, that is exactly what I was thinking about. And I'm saying, no, let's make it a franchise that it is, and it must be free. It's just not about infringement and all, no, none of that. But let's celebrate the soul signature footprint. So that's why the whole global social village came into being. And then what is it? People think I've got money. They think I got so much money. Oh no, I don't have no money. Everything that I do, this whole universal experience, because that's what the social village is supposed to also be about. It's about the social exchange experience. What is a social exchange? Like for me, as someone in Canada who loves the US, but don't like what socially is happening, I wanted to go and not meddle with elections, but influence it with my social capital, because that's what I knew I had before you showed up. I've got social capital. I've got a lot of it. And what those players are doing, they're nicely using their social capital to influence. But where? As a trained clinician, I know that even in this room, the synergy in here is like, it's so hot. Because like you said, we all have our different mindsets, but I didn't want to come here today. And now I'm here, like everything I'm hearing is like, but this is where you were supposed to be, because everything is so in sync. And it's like, why didn't you want to come? Because the truth is, I'm a modern day hermit. I don't like to go out and be around people, but around people, everyone think that I'm having a whale of a time. No, I want to be home watching Family Feud. Yes, comedy. I want to laugh. I want to have a good time. But what you guys don't also know, I'm a trained actor. And I'm very good at it because I won an award for playing Jesus. And that's where my love for religion came about, because I was challenged by the director to stop acting. Stop acting? But that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be acting. And he kept yelling and screaming and swearing at me. So I went and I studied the New Testament. And I found a real, alive human being who, in the Garden of Gethsemane, questioned his own beliefs. And that's where this whole thing about spirituality became so real for me. And all that I did while I'm here is that I use spirituality, and it must be able to come up against psychology. And then I use a practical way of living with those two things in the moment. So although I didn't want to come here yesterday when I got your email, I knew you wanted to be here, because I was going to send you and say, are we on for tomorrow? That I didn't want to come here. And then I just allowed the moment to guide me. And here I am, and I know this is the right place to be. The funny thing that people don't know, although I don't have a lot of money, I was trained in all the areas that I needed. And that's why if you go and look now on the Global Social Village, it says the idea always come fully clothed. Everything you have need of, everything you have need of to take an idea to the next level, you have. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't get it in the first place. Full stop.
Wow, y'all are amazing. I'm looking at this here. This is so we're probably gonna have to do like a part two on this one here, because we've come to like there's been a lot of goodness in this space, and we're also like at time for today. So there's something that I want to bring into our space here. First I just want to bring in gratitude. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like we'll probably have to find some way here, because I feel like we're still just scratching the surface. It's one of the things that's nice about like having this kind of a place, but it's also, you know what? I want to pause, because I feel myself making an apology, or asking for like apologizing for how awesome this was. You know, um, I'm glad that we have this space together. Like you all have challenged my thinking in ways that I did not anticipate like thinking about, you know? And you know, for that, I am grateful. And I'll probably let you know how each of you have done it for me throughout here. What I want to do is invite outliers here. Outliers, like you've gotten a chance to be a part of a conversation with people who are owning who they are and what they are about, and consistently choosing to find new ways to bring that out to life. If there's someone in your world right now who's like on the leading edge, who's looking over the edge, and you think that this conversation could be a parachute for them as they're jumping off, please take the time and share it with them. You don't need to share it with everyone. You can, but like the main thing is to find one person in your world. If you're listening to this, it's probably because someone came and shared it with you. And my ask is that you just go and tell one person about this particular episode, what it meant to you, and why you think it's great for them. And then we'll just keep growing that way, right? One outlier at a time. Anna, Bruen, Shervington, Kim, I'd like to wrap up our conversation by letting outliers know how they can stay in the game with you and continue down with you. So what I ask is that can you please share an insight, something that you're going to take away from this conversation? Outliers have gotten what they need to get from this conversation, so now it's on you. Like what did you get? And if you didn't get anything, that's fine. You can just say like, I didn't get anything. I didn't get any insights from today's conversation. That's cool too. But I want to, if you can share your insight, and then share the contact information, how people can follow along with you. Well, we'll use that and we'll wrap up for today. All right. We'll start off with Kim, then we'll go to Bruen. We'll start there first.
Okay. One of the things I learned, because I learned so much, thank you, all of you. I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I love Jesus. So I pray he blesses all of you, both the listeners and everyone who participated in it. Like Shervington, I don't know if I pronounced that well. I'm so sorry. I also got so busy, so hectic. I was supposed to be in the earlier session for this, but I got so busy. So life happens, um and I was like, would I be able to still meet up? So right now it's really, really late, but I'm here. So I'm really thankful for that. One of the things I learned, firstly, from getting the email was that I too had felt, okay, why am I doing this? Like it's not getting attention, and it's taking a lot of time. And although, when you say you love something, but it's starting to eat at you, it's like you're having second thoughts. When I get those, I just drop it. I'm not leaving it for good. I just like leave it like, okay, sleep for now. I'll wake you up when it's time, when I feel like I'm more refreshed. So I think one of the things I learned was I should be more confident in what I'm putting out. I think everyone should take a glimpse, like a piece of that, even if you didn't take anything at all. Just be confident in what you're putting out, because you don't know who, where, how. I'm in Nigeria. Do you know how hard it is when you hear that you have a billion something people in your country, and you manage to drop something and someone sees it somewhere and likes it? It's a wonderful feeling. It's ego boosting. It makes you happy. And when you're able to relate with such intellectual people, and you can hear how their life is going, you can hear the glimpses of their story and how unique each person is, it's wonderful. So I would say be more confident in who you are. Maybe don't always enter the conversation. Maybe take a step back. Maybe observe, breathe in, and exhale. But just enjoy the moment. Be you. I guess that's what I would like to say I took from this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim. And how can people stay in your world?
Well, you'll have to use my real name if you want to go with my email address. And so I don't know if I have to say it and spell it out, or there's a way they'll be
We
able
can
to access it.
we'll leave it in the show notes as well, as long as you keep it that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can reach out to me on And the World Goes Round. I will start it up again just because of this discussion. You can also reach out to me at Lasisi at gmail.com. You can also just check out my Instagram. It has a lot of my words on it. And I think you'll see that at the end of the podcast by God's grace. So yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Thank
you.
you so much. Yes. Let's go to Bruen and then Anna.
So I don't remember the question all that well, but
Yeah. What's an insight that you got from today's conversation, and how can people stay in the journey with you?
yeah, well, I got a bunch of insights, so it's hard to pin just one down. But the most recent one was from Kitan, just about being more confident in what we're doing. Or I don't know, feel like I've been sitting on that edge that Anna was talking about for a long time, and I've been looking at the edge, waiting to jump, and just kind of getting freaked out over it because it's going to change my hermit lifestyle and probably require me to be a little bit more public. Uh, facing, which kind of freaks me out a little bit. But y'all were very uplifting. Shirvington, I feel like your global social village kind of is perfectly in harmony with what I'm trying to do as well, because you're trying to build a space, connecting everybody in the world, and I want to give you a space to kind of let people find you and show like this is a grouping that's doing great things. Let's help them shine as well. So we kind of uh, we're all in this together. We kind of need each other to get to make the world a better place. So yeah, I feel like the main takeaway was just that this was a uplifting conversation. I appreciate that you thought my idea was good, Niiamah. That means a lot to me. So thank you. But yeah, this was uplifting. That's my main takeaway.
And Anna?
I just am amazed at meeting new people. Thank you. Because I was, this was a, hey, let's just get on and do this podcast. I podcasted for years, and actually I'm getting ready to start again. I have Universal Energy Radio. So that is phenomenal, just to hear other people's ideas. I love the creativity. I love the ideas. I love the conversation. To me, my takeaway is that, yes, we're all on that edge. We're all leaning over, and I think most of us too. I too live. I live sort of a hermitized life because I work at home, and once a month when I have my little fairs, I have to get out and be that person, be who I am. But that's the fun of it too. I can be that person, and I do that for my kids as well when I see them. So it's fine. We step out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I feel like that's, what I'm getting out of this is, okay, Anna, it's time. You have other people on the edge with you. It's time to jump, because that's really where I want to go. I want to be, and I feel like I am, and I love the I am statements. I am a motivational speaker. I am creative. I can come up with all these I ams. And I see that in every single one of you. And the idea, you talked about the internet, and I'm the creative end. I'm not the techie end, but you're talking about changing the internet. And I'm like, that is so amazing, because sometimes I parallel the internet and the cloud to religion a little bit, in that we don't really know what that is, but it's almighty, right? And we follow it. Okay, we're in it. So it's kind of cool. So that, and I would love to, stay in touch with you guys if you can. And for me,
what's your contact information?
my contact information, right now,
continue
you can, my website's lifegetsbetterandbetter.com. So that's kind of cool. You can go right now, I'm building it out. So you can get some I am statements, because that's what I'm about, really knowing who you are and you are enough. But you can email me at harmonyplacecenter@gmail.com right now. Just stay in touch. I think this is great. And, you're doing an amazing service. You're being of service to not just us, but so many other people out there. And the appreciation is definitely here. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Anna. And Shervington, why don't you let us know what's an insight you got from today, and then how can we stay in your world, and then we'll wrap up for today. We're a bit over time, so I want to make sure that I'm mindful of that for you all.
Insight that I got is that I'm okay just where I am. Just where I am. I'm okay. And you know what? Even if I don't get to do anything else, I've done enough. And just being in that space of being okay with that, that's the insight I got from that, from this experience. And it's so beautiful. And the synergy of all of us speaking almost the same language, that I didn't expect. Speaking the same language in different way, but saying the same thing. And I didn't know what you would look like and how I'd feel dealing with you, but you're so amazing that you're in sync with us and just allowing us to be. So that's what I got. Stay in touch with me. Rights and Peace for the Soul.tv. That's how you stay in touch with me. I do the Laughing Therapist, On Call, AM, and Primetime Live.
Well, you all are fantastic. I'm so glad we got to spend time together. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for coming and living your life and then sharing it out loud with all of us here. I appreciate you for your experience, and I appreciate that you shared it with us here today. Here's the thing, outliers out there. Let's remember this. Just go out and be you on purpose. Journey on.